thank you all for coming, and I want to thank Simona especially for the invitation. I'm going to read, first I'm going to read a poem from The Life and Opinions of DJ Spinoza. The poem is called DJ Spinoza Fights the Big Griffin. Spinoza is a DJ because, in English, at least in American English, DJ spin. And the griffin is a philosophical monster who's half griffin, half Begriff, concept in German. DJ Spinoza fights the big griffin. The big griffin is something out of Geistgeschichte, but then so is DJ Spinoza. They gather in an obscure region of the Little Magellan Cloud on a rock abandoned by Mr. Clam. The big griffin looks like x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. His eyes may be mistaken for his nose. He can't stand lying. The front of his t-shirt says, I am ambivalent. The back of his t-shirt says, I am not ambivalent. When he gets irascible, he's not very erasable because he has 2.7 times 10 to the 5th claws, but he can't find his only pair of clippers. DJ Spinoza is misleadingly cuddly. His instructions say handle with care. On a periodic table, he lays out his definitions, axioms, propositions, like dentist tools before drilling a cavity. And then they begin to fight. The big griffin shows the DJ 3 fingers. But the DJ shows the big griffin 4 fingers. The big griffin makes a face, but the DJ already has one. DJ Spinoza picks up a fiddle and plays the ditty of the excluded middle. The big griffin stiffens his feet and hands and cries, I won't dance, merci beaucoup. De rien, says DJ Spinoza. The big griffin flies at him with a shriek of what do you mean, because the DJ can't stand him. But the DJ replies with a double drop kick and follows it up with a quaderat demonstrandum. The big griffin folds like a memorandum. Has he lost the will to fight? Find out in the second half of this poem. The second half of this poem. DJ Spinoza towers over the rock. The big griffin takes a walk around the mental block. DJ Spinoza swings a chain of syllogisms. The big griffin objects to the absence of symbolism. And then, like a matching funds grant application, challenges the foundation. He puts his best foot forward and says, listen, DJ Spinoza, I had enough of your logocentrism. Words are justifications only. Only physical power adjudicates the quizzical hour. Only the fist differentiates between resist and desist. Have you ever seen giraffes hold a symposium? The consciousness of animals is pure time, untrammeled by the vagaries of sic probo. Let us meet man to man in the style of the whooping crane or the praying mantis. Let us dismiss words in toto as the unionized janitors of reality. DJ Spinoza replies, listen you, Chuda Zamorsky the Griffin. I don't care for your praying mantis, your whooping crane, eagle or monkey, for I shall kick your ass with the only style I know, a style unabashedly virile in its simplicity. I shall do it more geometrico. Wah, wang, boomsy, loop. The begriffen stands for me, Eugene Ostashevsky, so naturally he's victorious. I generally write about language and how it doesn't work. And the DJ Spinoza book, I wrote most of it, I mean, kind of a long time ago now, but it was about, in a very obscure way, it's about artificial languages and how they're powerful, but you can't say anything in them. And this book, of The Pirate Who Doesn't Know the Value of Pi, is more about natural languages. And there are two protagonists in it, in every poem. I think of it as kind of like a novel, a pirate and a parrot. This is the story of the pirate and his parrot, not unlike the ballad of Bonnie and Clyde, who, however, were a little more desperate and disparate. On the day of their meeting, the pirate was not yet a pirate, although always aspiring to become one when an adult. He had amassed a vast private collection of pirate arms, yatagans, grappling hooks, blunderbusses, Malaysian krises, 358 total. The parrot was already a parrot. How they met, closed-circuit cameras agree. In a dark pet store on a dank day, both nose and beak were full of mucus. Not a little nervously, the two confided in each other how much they loved to play with boorishly booming bazookas. They assaulted tourists from Bali all the way to the Venice Biennale, then took a trip down to California, where they worked as instructors of calisthenics, calibration, and calligraphy. Cooked cauliflowers, then consolidated themselves in crime, and finally, with the proceeds, bought themselves a galleon in case they should come across a large store of gold bullion. It was then they took to the sea and took up piracy. They raided packet boats, peddler boats, and boats at once packet and pebbled, polanders, pirogues, pontoons, and gondolas made of metal. Dhows, dinghies, bidarkas, catamarans, and clippers, felucas, garukas, tankers, bathtubs, and bathroom slippers. But whether on the wavy wave or on the coconut-strewn shore, they never did forget that old dark and dank pet store, not even when filling their coffers or beheading recently met coffers. They worked hard, became successful and wealthy. They bought art and a split little house in New Jersey, although they were never in it for the cash, but because the criminal form of life is such a blast. What a beautiful song, said the pirate. I wish I knew all the ship names in it. Shh, said the parrot. We'll look them up later. Later when? Asked the pirate. When this book is over, said the parrot. The pirate fell into deep thought. Will we exist when this book is over? He suddenly asked. If that's a good book. And in the middle of the book, they get shipwrecked. And then for the rest of the book, they basically sit on a deserted island arguing over whether, had there been indigenous people on this island, whether they would be able to make themselves understood to and by and to the indigenous people. To, by. whatever. There's no indigenous, it's a deserted island. It's my book about immigration. I like immigration so much, I've immigrated several times. And this is the second shipwreck. About the pirate ship did foam an angry marvel of a storm. A blast undressed the mizzenmast, that gallants they were downcast, until the iterative wave upon a rock the galleon drave, and there she split against the stone in the Caesarean section. "Persevere, Parrot! Paddle!" cried the pirate. "Why?" said the parrot. "Don't leave me alone in this world!" cried the pirate. But the parrot cried into the sea. It was hard to paddle with feathers so full of sand. "I think I'm standing," said the pirate. There once lived a pirate and a parrot who did not pilot their ship adequately, whereupon they suffered wrack, being cast up on a deserted island and having only themselves to count on. 1, 2, I can't find my... "Should we include the island?" asked the parrot. "You can't include nothing," the pirate said. "In any case, a pirate and a parrot are one," he said. "A pirate and a parrot and a deserted island are one," said the parrot. I'm glad I'm reading that up to the Blackboard poem. There once existed a pirate and a parrot who, having not even a palate, had not even a pellet upon their palates, whereupon they parlayed in platitudes. "Is this the sound of surf breaking that we used to hear in conch shells?" asked the pirate. "It's so strange to encounter something in life that earlier you knew only in representation," said the parrot. "It makes you question things." There once loved a pirate and a parrot who, unable to part, issued upon a putatively deserted island, whereupon they had so many problems they did not know what. "Pshoo!" said the parrot. "What did you say?" said the parrot. "I did not say, I sneezed," said the parrot. "Bless you then," said the pirate. "But in English, when we sneeze, we say achoo." "When I sneeze, I'm not speaking English," said the parrot. "Not everything is language," thought the pirate. "This cold is making me number every minute," he said. "How can you tell them apart?" cried the parrot. Thus were they lashed, the shivering twain, by the hypotenuse of the rain, as night continued ever new, like the square root of 222. At sunrise, the pirate and the parrot wandered at the island. The fruits which here abundantly grow are nothing inferior as to their quantity or quality unto what other islands grow. They recorded some of the most ordinary. Such are manioc, potatoes, acajou apples, llanas, patones, papayas, carasols, mamayans, ananas, and diverse other fruits. About the seashores, everywhere are found multitudes of crabs, belonging both to the land and the sea, and both very big. They thought these good to feed servants and slaves, who find them very pleasing to the palate, yet withal marvelously hurtful to the fight. Beside which symptom, being eaten too often, they also cause great giddiness in the head, with much weakness of the brain, and so much that frequently consumers are deprived of sight for 1/4 of an hour. Thank you. In the last piece, there was a lot of different 17th century text. Thank you very much.